Tonight on Ctv3 News, 2 separate murders recorded in Orange Walk in less than 24 hours. The first victim, a 70-year-old, was found dead yesterday at around 3 p.m. near his farm in Santa Marta with multiple chop wounds to the face. Robbery is believed to be the motive. In the second incident, police were called to the Champagne Ridge Road at around 4:30 this evening, where they found the lifeless body of Roberto Villafranco. He was shot once to the eye, while his co-worker, who managed to escape, was shot to the chest. Robbery is also believed to be the motive. In the old capital, 2 men are behind bars after pretending to be cops and then carrying out a bold armed robbery. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Tuesday, April 28, 2026.
When speed matters, every second counts. Get ahead with ExpressNet. Fast, reliable, ready when you are.
From Belize to Mexico, the journey of football's greatest moments will unite nations. Mexico, the only country to host the World Cup 3 times, 1970, 1986, and now in 2026, you can be a part of the game with Centaur. We're sending you and a friend to experience the opening of the World Cup firsthand. 2 tickets, flights, 3-night stay, and daily cash. One incredible opportunity. How to enter? Sign up for one of our new Express Plus bundles. Remember, faster speeds mean more entries. Existing customers, keep your account at 0 balance or pay in advance to be eligible. Plus, engage with us on social media for even more chances to win. The 2026 World Cup in Mexico awaits. Don't just watch, be part of it and score big with Centaur.
From whiskeys and wines to elegantly crafted cocktails. Paired with charcuterie boards and perfectly seasoned steak bites, and much more. Perfect for celebrations, quiet nights, and every special occasion in between. 7 Notes Wine and Spirits, where every sip hits the right note.
ExpressNet now has up to 400 megabytes of high-speed internet. Choose the speed that fits you, from faster browsing to faster gaming. Connect more devices at once, or bundle it with Express Plus and HBO Max. Internet and streaming entertainment, all in one.
Yeah, faster starts here.
Sign up today at any Centaur office or contact us to get started.
Good evening. With your news also simulcast on Fierce FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. Grief and shock have gripped a family in Orange Walk following the brutal killing of a 70-year-old farmer at his property along the Santa Marta Road. Police report that on Monday, April 27, 2026, at approximately 2:45 p.m., officers responded to information of a missing person at a farm located 3 miles along the Santa Marta Road. Upon arrival, they met 35-year-old Sergio Garcia, who directed them to a small concrete bungalow situated along a feeder road roughly half a mile off the main road. According to investigators, while checking the property, Sergio Garcia noticed signs of disturbance, including a ransacked interior and an open door with his father nowhere to be seen. This prompted an immediate search of the surrounding area. During that search, family members were led to a nearby bushy area 130 feet from the house, where the lifeless body of year-old Francisco Perfecto Garcia was discovered. He was found lying on his side, partially covered and bearing multiple chop wounds to the During that search, family members were led to a nearby bushy area approximately 130 feet from the house, where the lifeless body of 70-year-old Francisco Perfecto Garcia was discovered. He was found lying on his side, partially covered with a sheet and bearing multiple chop wounds to the face. Investigators believe the elderly man was attacked sometime between Sunday night and early Monday morning, possibly inside his home before being moved outside. For his wife, Agustina Garcia, concerns began early on Monday when her husband failed to answer his phone, something she says was completely out of character.
Every morning, afternoon, and the night I call because I was every morning, afternoon, and the night I call him. And that morning, yesterday morning, I was calling him and he didn't answer the phone. Well, I call him 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and I tell my daughter that he is not answering. And something is happening back there. I know something was happening.
Because he would always answer.
Yes, answer every day.
So that's when your son went to check.
Mm-hmm. Because he worked at BSI, and when he come out 2:30, he gone over there. That when he meet, the house open, the door open, all the windows broke up, all the things scatter in the house.
According to Garcia, she had spent the weekend at the farm with her husband, and during that time, a suspicious vehicle entered the property, something her husband noted had happened once before.
Well, I went Saturday. I come here back to town on Sunday afternoon, about 4:35. But before that, I was washing the beans outside, and I hear a vehicle coming, and I said, well, they're they are coming for me. I said, my son is coming for me, but when I look, it was a blue pickup. No, the pickup was tinted, and my husband tell me that same pickup come on the, I don't know which day, if Monday, Tuesday, I didn't ask him. He gone back there two times. Well, during the week and Sunday.
And you guys didn't know who it was?
You know, because the windows were closed.
The person didn't stop or say anything.
No, he just went, come in, gone straight to the creek, then come back, gone out. And that happened in the night. So,
The family believes that encounter may be linked to his killing, though they say they do not know who the individuals were or what their intentions might have been. They also reported that the home had been ransacked with items taken, though nothing of significant value was known to be kept there, raising more concerns about the motive behind the attack.
Do you know if he had, money or valuables that anyone would know about there?
no, never have nothing. Well, like the Widita and then things, well, all of that don't care. Widita, the gasoline, the kerosene, the radios, the solar lights, all of that.
Agostina shared that her husband had been living at the farm since his retirement, dedicating his time to caring for his animals and the land he loved.
He have that farm. Well, when he retired from BSI, he start to go over there, build a house back there. He stay right there.
And before this, had there been any threats to him or any incident that would concern him for his safety?
No. Maybe the same persons will go back there and kill the animals, the deers, I don't know what them find back there, but maybe that the same persons, I don't know. He lived there. He lived there. We stay right there every day. From Monday to Sunday, he stayed there.
He loved it there.
Through tears, she described him as a kind and hard-working man who did not deserve such a violent end.
Well, he was a good person. He loved the family. And he when you go on trips and that, enjoy it.
He liked to travel.
To travel. Just last week, it was his birthday. They took him to, what the place name, Bella? Worry Bite.
Tonight, the Garcia family is left searching for answers and justice as police continue their investigation into what has become one of the most disturbing killings in the Orange Walk district in recent times. Police in Orange Walk are investigating a second murder in less than 24 hours following a deadly attack that claimed the life of a local delivery worker this afternoon. The victim has been identified as Roberto Villafranco, an employee of Zeta Orange Walk Purified Water and Ice Factory. According to initial reports, Villafranco and his worker, Felipe Vasquez, were en route to Champagne Ridge in Orange Walk at approximately 4:30 p.m. to carry out a water delivery when they were intercepted by two men. Authorities say the suspects are believed to have been traveling on a motorcycle, though this detail has not yet been officially confirmed. During the robbery, Villafranco was fatally shot once to the eye and was pronounced dead at the scene. Vasquez sustained a gunshot wound to the chest, but managed to escape and seek help at a nearby gas station. Investigators have also uncovered the troubling details leading up to the incident. Reports indicate that earlier in the day, the factory received a call requesting a delivery to Champagne Ridge from a private number. When staff asked for identifying details such as a name or the color of the house, none were provided and the order was cancelled. However, the same number reportedly called again later. This time, Villafranco answered while he was already out on deliveries and chose to proceed with the request, an action that may have led directly to the ambush. At the crime scene, police recovered wallets and cell phones believed to belong to both men. Notably, the pouch used to secure cash from deliveries was missing, raising the possibility that robbery may have been the motive. Authorities are urging anyone with information to come forward as they work to piece together the circumstances surrounding the killing. Two men are now behind bars after police say they carried out a bold armed robbery at a vape shop on Dolly Street in Belize City, disguising themselves as law enforcement officers before making off with tens of thousands of dollars. Authorities have identified the suspects as 27-year-old Kenroy Amani Dali and 26-year-old Akeem Rashan Danderson. Both have been formally charged with robbery and impersonating a police officer, while Dali faces an additional charge of aggravated assault. The incident occurred shortly after 6:15 p.m. on Monday, April 27th, when officers responded to reports of an ongoing robbery. Investigators say the shop attendant, 28-year-old Dylan Vasquez, reported that two men entered the business wearing camouflage outfits similar to official police uniforms. According to an eyewitness, the pair arrived on a motorcycle and wore full-face helmets, which did not initially raise alarm. The shop, which uses a controlled entry system, allowed them inside shortly before the situation turned violent. Police reports indicate that one suspect allegedly pressed a firearm against an employee's neck while the other moved behind the counter, seizing cash from the register and a quantity of disposable vape products. The stolen money is believed to exceed $20,000 and had reportedly been counted earlier following a car sale. After the robbery, the suspects fled the scene on their motorcycle. However, law enforcement officers nearby quickly responded and initiated a pursuit. During the chase, one of the men is said to have fired shots at the pursuing officers. The chase ended with both suspects being captured. Police recovered the stolen cash along with two 9mm handguns and multiple magazines containing a total of 19 live rounds of ammunition. The investigation into the incident remains ongoing. Police in the South are looking into a deadly road traffic incident that resulted in the death of a 17-year-old male. The investigation began around 6 p.m. on Monday, April 27th, after authorities responded to reports of a collision along the Thomas Vincent Ramos Highway. When officers arrived at the scene located between miles 43 and 44, they found a yellow bus pulled over on the roadside and the lifeless body of a male nearby. A severely damaged Leaf and motorcycle was also discovered a short distance away. Preliminary findings indicate that the bus, driven by 40-year-old Belizean Hector Ramon Ortiz, was heading west at the time of the incident. As the driver attempted to make a left turn at an intersection leading into the Catacama area, a motorcycle carrying two individuals reportedly tried to pass the bus. During this maneuver, the motorcycle collided with the front left side of the bus. The impact caused the motorcycle's driver to be thrown forward and underneath the bus, which then dragged him for a short distance. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Authorities later identified him as 17-year-old Jessler Guinil Sot of Bella Vista Village. His passenger, Miguel Septa, was also involved in the crash. Police investigations into the circumstances surrounding the accident are ongoing. Coming up next, an update to the 2025-2026 crop season. Stay tuned.
My name is Dr. Rosita Jimenez, and I'm a general laparoscopic surgeon. We have just finished an emergency appendectomy, and we're now moving on to our second operating theater for our laparoscopic gallbladder screening. Basically, this is very easy to diagnose. Simple abdominal ultrasound or a pan-abdominal ultrasound can give us the diagnosis. Laparoscopic gallbladder removal surgeries, 90 to 80% of the time, are done due to gallstones. However, there are other conditions like tumors, malfunctioning of the gallbladder that also are reasons to get a laparoscopic surgery. We also have an amazing CT scan and X-ray unit who work hand in hand with our doctors. Instruments used in laparoscopic surgery are chokers like these. It makes it easy for us to do the surgery through these entry ports. The recovery process is excellent. Basically, within a week, you are back up, ready to do your job, your daily life activity, like if you hadn't had this surgery.
When speed matters, every second counts. Get ahead with ExpressNet. Fast, reliable, ready when you are.
From Belize to Mexico, the journey of football's greatest moments will unite nations. Mexico, the only country to host the World Cup 3 times, 1970, 1986, and now in 2026, you can be a part of the game with Centaur. We're sending you and a friend to experience the opening of the World Cup firsthand. 2 tickets, flights, 3-night stay, and daily cash. One incredible opportunity. How to enter? Sign up for one of our new Express Plus bundles. Remember, faster speeds mean more entries. Existing customers, keep your account at 0 balance or pay in advance to be eligible. Plus, engage with us on social media for even more chances to win. The 2026 World Cup in Mexico awaits. Don't just watch, be part of it and score big with Centaur.
The Minister of Sugar, Honorable Dr. Osmond Martinez, has expressed optimism about the progress of the ongoing sugarcane crop season, noting that while challenges persist, the industry remains on track for a productive year. Providing an update, the minister said that efforts are now being concentrated on improving efficiency in cane delivery and milling operations. The goal, he explained, is to ensure that production targets are met in a timely and organized manner.
Continue to be optimistic. If you can recall, last year, at the end of last year's harvest was whether we would have a harvest or not this year. And thank God we have been able to pull a very good harvest. Nonetheless, they're nature have blessed us with so much surprises. For the first time, we have seen rains in April, so literally and practically and philosophically speaking, this is the first week of dry season, where we can actually see that the sun is out, the heat, you can feel the heat out there. And the cane farmers can tell you about it more than anyone, that up to last week and week before, we were still having some challenges where cane was coming with high percentages of mud. But in parallel, in addition to what we are looking at what this harvest is bringing, we are also preparing ourselves for the next harvest. And the government of Belize, through the CRISA project, is making an investment of 14 million Belize dollars on chemicals that will help us to enhance the production for next year. And also through the 5Cs, we are looking at replanting. So I don't think that next year we will see the impacts of replanting, but the 2028 year we will definitely start to see and enjoy some of those benefits. Just going a little back with the interested part of the weather patterns, and which is a good example of climate change. When you look at the rain that we had, it would also assist and has contributed to have a healthy ratooning, because now it wasn't dry, so the drought hasn't affected them. And so that by itself can put us in a very good place to have an excellent year next year.
According to the minister, the current focus is on delivering 7,000 tons of cane per day to the mill. He emphasized that coordination between farmers, transporters, and mill operators is critical at this stage of the season.
But for now, we are doing two things, which is very important. One is that we are continue to encourage our cane producers and harvesting groups to deliver their assigned quota, which sums to 7,000 tons per day. I'm happy to report that the harvesting groups have been able to successfully deliver their quotas on a daily basis, in exception, I think, for 1 or 2 days when it was raining. And then the mill responsibility, or BSI ASR responsibility, is for them to be able to process 7,000 tons. We have had some mechanical issues. So far, we are nearing 600,000 tons of cane that has been harvested. We are estimating that we have maybe about 300,000 to 400,000 more tons of cane, which will take us to 900,000 to 1 million tons of cane more in the field, which then means that we need another 45 to 60 good days of both supply and milling of cane to be able to leave no cane behind. So our policy for this cane seasons were actually expected on two outcomes. One, that the harvesting groups will be able to submit their quotas, which was 7 tons per day, 7,000 tons per day, and the mill to be able to process the 7,000 tons per day, and then with that we will be able to leave no cane behind, which is a tradition and a problem that have been faced year after year.
He added that stakeholders across the industry continue to work collaboratively to address logistical challenges and maintain steady production levels as the crop season progresses. A Bahamian delegation is in Belize this week, engaging key stakeholders in the agricultural sector as both countries explore opportunities to strengthen trade relations and expand the export of Belizean products to the Bahamas. Earlier today, the group visited the BSI ASR Tower Hill Sugar Factory in Orange Walk, where they toured operations and gained insight into Belize's sugar production process. The visit forms part of a broader itinerary aimed at familiarizing the delegation with Belize's agricultural production. During discussions with the Ministry of Agriculture's senior management team this morning, both sides examined areas of mutual interest, including food, importation, and exportation. Minister Ferguson described the visit as a significant opportunity for Belize to strengthen trade with the Bahamas, particularly in agriculture.
A very important visit from them. As a matter of fact, they were the one who first contacted us and said we want to come and do a fact-finding mission because Bahamas is the country in CARICOM and Caribbean that is closest to the U.S. So they get the most tourists in the entire region on a yearly basis. They're hopeful in the next 2 years they're going to reach 20 million tourists, and they realize that they will have a shortage of food. And Belize and Guyana is the two countries in CARICOM region that should be able to supply them because we have the land space. And so today they are here to see what we have to offer. So during the course of lunch, I found out from them exactly what they want us to produce. Visiting our factory today was a significant milestone because they see the different grades of sugar that is being produced here. And sugar by itself is a commodity that is used across the world. So I'm hopeful that when they are completed, they'll say we want X amount of sugar, X amount of whatever other product to be able to go to the Bahamas. Again, sometimes the transportation might be difficult, but I was told that CARICOM has a cargo plane. And so once we can fill that plane here in Belize, then we can say, okay, we want the plane every once a week to be able to go to the Bahamas. I'm hopeful we can also get that support from other CARICOM countries. Because even though there's an agreement, but it's a bit difficult to work with our partners in the region. So we have a better relationship. We have a good relationship with Guatemala. We're also going to sign an MOU on Thursday with Salvador to get some of our products to Salvador. So once we are successful in what we want to accomplish, we will ask our farmers and producers to be able to meet the criteria and to be able to have the production that they require. So it's a challenging process, but I believe all of us can work together to accomplish the goal. So I'm hopeful that after they go back, they'll go back to us and say, we want X amount of products every week or every month for argument's sake.
Sugar Minister Dr. Osmond Martinez echoed that sentiment, pointing specifically to the sugar industry as a promising area for export expansion. He noted that there is a strong potential for Belizean sugar to enter the Bahamian market, adding that his ministry is committed to supporting efforts to make that a reality.
It is always a privilege to have our brothers and sisters from the CARICOM member countries. CARICOM is an attractive market that has an appetite for many products that are being produced in Belize. And many at times, one of the challenges that we have is logistics. Nonetheless, we will have to find ways on how to improve the logistics part of it and to continue to